So in this video, I'm going to discuss a very interesting topic. We're going to discuss why is it that foreigners hate Americans. Let's get it, baby.
Okay, it's us.
Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Jamie Woods back at it with another video. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit the like button, and make sure you guys hit that notification bell so that way you guys know when I'm dropping them bangers. Well, speaking of a banger, we're going to have a banger today. All right, so I'm addressing my American people, right? So I am an American citizen. I was born in the United States of America. I love this country to death. I'm so proud to be an American. I'm so proud that I was born in this country. This country has given me so many advantages and opportunities I wouldn't have gotten anywhere else in the world. However, there are some cons about America, specifically some of the people in America, because some of y'all don't know how to act when y'all leave the country. All right, so we're talking Canada, we're talking the Caribbean, we're talking Central America, we're talking Mexico, South America, we're talking Europe, we're talking Asia, anywhere abroad or overseas. Y'all don't know how to act. Some of y'all don't know how to act. You go to a different country, you have no, first of all, you don't even know anything about the culture. You don't respect the culture. You don't even try to attempt to learn about the culture. You don't even attempt to learn the language, or you don't even know how to greet yourself or how to say bye in their language. You assume that everyone in the world speaks English and that everyone should speak English. And on top of that, some of y'all be acting reckless overseas. Y'all be like making it rain like crazy, right? Trying to show off, trying to flex because the US dollar goes deeper in some of these countries. Y'all act like idiots. You get drunk and start making all the noise in the world, cursing people off, telling people off, making a fool out of yourself overseas. And then y'all wonder why it is that people don't like Americans. Specifically, when I went to Paris, they hated Americans. They hated English people because we don't know how to act. We have this whole superiority complex here in America where we think that the world needs to bend over for us. That we think everyone should learn English to communicate with us. That we think everyone should bend backwards and change their values and morals and beliefs for us. And this isn't even just an American people thing. Now I'm getting a little bit more political to where we're shoving down our ideals and our values down other people's throats. And that's why a lot of countries politically, like government-wise, don't like us. And on top of that, the people themselves don't like us. So as Americans, we need to let go of that whole superiority complex where we think we're better than everyone else. That's not always true. There's some categories where America falls behind, when specifically the education system here isn't as good as some of the countries in Europe. Some of these countries are teaching these kids multiple languages, including English, so they can have an advantage. When I went to Europe the last 2 summers, honestly, there was numerous amount of people, multiple amount of people who knew multiple languages. They knew Spanish, Italian, French, German. Some of them even knew 5 languages and spoke it fluently and are well-mannered, good people. You know, even when they travel to the United States, they know not to act like a fool because that's going to make them a target. And on top of that, they learn about our culture. They know English. They know English very well. In fact, some of them probably speak it better than most Americans. They do their research on our culture and they respect our culture. Why can't us Americans do the same thing when we go to other people's countries? We start judging them for the way they live. Why? It's because we think the world needs to be like us, and that's why other people, other countries hate America. So let me give y'all a word of advice before y'all travel to any other country in the world. Number 1, try to learn their language. Okay, I'm not telling y'all to be fluent in their language. Try to know how to say hi, bye, how are you, how's your day going, do you speak English in their language? And then segue to English. Don't just go up to them and be like, hey, how are you doing? Not everyone speaks English, and not everyone should know English either, like some of y'all think they should. So know a little bit of their language. Know a little bit about their culture and what you're getting yourself into. So if it's a culture that you don't mess with, that you don't like, don't go. That's why you research it. You research it first before you go. Because if it's things that you don't mess with, that you don't like, don't go there. As simple as that. They don't have to change who they are. That's their country, their rules. They don't have to change who they are. However, you don't have to go there if that's something you're not in agreement with. Go somewhere else, but not everyone needs to be like America. So let go of that thought process and do your research on their culture and their values and their food and everything else before you go over there. Another thing y'all need to do is be more respectful when you go to another country in general. Let me ask y'all this. When you go over to a stranger's house or a family's house, do y'all just go in there and do whatever the F you want to do? Do you just go in there and put your feet up like that on their couch or their leg rest and just lean back if it's your crib? No, it's not your crib. It's not your crib. That's the way you guys need to act when you go to another person's country, when you go to a different foreign country. You need to be respectful and act accordingly. Don't just go in there acting like a fool because you're American, because you're rich, because the US dollar goes deeper in other countries. Do not do that. That's one of the biggest mistakes you could do because it's going to make you a target and you could possibly get robbed or even possibly killed. Okay, so be very careful acting like a fool in a different country. So remember, learn about the culture and respect their culture and their values. Learn the language, at least attempt to learn it a little bit. Learn the greetings. And once you do get there, be very respectful of their country. All right, don't trash the country. Don't do anything stupid. Don't try to harm any of the citizens. Be respectful of another person's country. Treat it as if it were your own. Would you want anyone to come to America and act reckless over here in our soil? No. So don't be that way when you go to another country. Be respectful of the people. So as long as you do those things, you're going to be fine. Maybe one day we can turn around the whole perception that a lot of foreigners have about Americans. But until most Americans can change their mentality and get their act together, until then, people are gonna still continue to hate Americans. So if any of you guys are wondering why it is that a lot of these foreigners hate Americans, that is why. So guys, if you like traveling videos, make sure to check out my traveling playlist over here. I have a bunch of different type of traveling videos, vlogs, even specific videos about what cities I like, what cities better than the others. So it's definitely a lot of interesting stuff you guys can check out. So definitely check out my traveling playlist right over here. Click on this.